This is Change Your Mindset Podcast, the podcast that helps change your life by helping change the mindset of the 99% into the 1% mindset. Here's your host, Adrian Gomez.
Welcome to Change Your Mindset Podcast. I'm your host, Adrian Gomez. So we're going to be talking about Apple Vision Pro and how it's going to destroy a lot of lives. So the average person is going to think nothing of the Apple Vision Pro. They're just going to think it's Apple's next invention, a next tool they can use besides the iPhone, the iWatch, etc. They're going to think nothing of it. And most people are excited. And a lot of people are talking about how it can track your eyes. So wherever your eyes goes, it tracks it. And a lot of influencers are talking about it and saying how they're going to get it and how they're going to get one for the whole family, etc. A lot of people are excited and looking forward to it. The best example I can give you of the Apple Vision Pro and what you can compare it to is the movie called Ready Player One. And if you haven't seen the movie, there are going to be spoilers, so I recommend you do see it. If you want an idea how society more than likely is going to end up being. So in the movie Ready Player One, people live in the real world, and their real world looks terrible. It pretty much looks like a junkyard. And most people just live in these, best way I can describe it as, mobile homes that are pretty much stacked on top of each other. And they pretty much live in containers. And they put on these goggles that look exactly like the Apple Vision Pro. And once they put it on, they're in a totally different virtual reality where they can be whoever they want. They can be whatever character they want. And they pretty much can do whatever they want. They can play any games. They can meet friends. They can find love. Whatever it is. They can pretty much do anything in this virtual reality. And the majority of the population live in this virtual reality with these goggles on. And of course, big tech control these virtual reality. So obviously, while you're playing in this virtual reality, in the real world, big tech is making money and pretty much controls the system. And this is where the danger comes in. If you don't like your real life, if you don't like your job, if you don't like how you look, if you don't like that you don't have friends, that you have no significant other, whatever the reason is, you can reject reality. You can put these goggles in and be whoever you want. Say if you want to be physically fit, with a snap of a finger, you're physically fit. You have whatever body type you want without having to work for it. If you don't like how you look, you can change how you look in virtual reality. If you're not successful or rich in the real world, in virtual reality, you can be. If you don't have a nice car, maybe a nice house in the real world, in virtual reality, you can. If you want to go somewhere, let's just say hiking or maybe to another country. Let's say you're lazy and you don't want to get off your bed and do it, or maybe you just don't have the money. You can put on the goggles and snap of a finger, you're there. Actual reality will no longer matter anymore. Because why would people want to live in the real world where in virtual reality you can do whatever you want and be whoever you want? The best comparison I can say is to video games. Same exact concept. People will no longer try to work hard, try to better themselves, try to better their lives in the real world because it's hard. But in virtual reality, you can do it in a snap of a finger. And it's easy and convenient. And people always love easy and convenience. And that's the sad part about it. People actually want to live in a fake world instead of the real world. I don't know about you, but I plan on living in the real world, not some made up fake world that doesn't exist. So right now, the price that they announced for the Apple Vision Pro is going to be $3,499. which is pretty high for the average person, for the average household. Some people don't even make that in a month. So how will they sell this to you? They're going to say they're going to solve a problem for you. It's going to solve problems that are really big right now in society, which are loneliness, depression, isolation, boredom, and depression from your daily life. That is how they're going to sell it to you. And they're going to have your favorite celebrities, your favorite influencers saying it would be better to be in the Vision Pro reality than actual reality. And you're going to see it a lot. And the sad thing is, these people have millions of followers. And their followers don't think for themselves, but will do what these celebrities and influencers tell them what to do. And not only that, they're going to get into it because it's trending. Everyone's doing it. And obviously they want to keep up with the Joneses. They don't want to look like they can't afford it and they're not cool enough. They're not trending in with everybody else. Stuff like that. So with the Apple Vision Pro being $3,499, majority of people will not be able to afford it. So how will they solve this problem for everyone can have one? We will probably sell something like, instead of the Pro, get the Apple Vision. And they'll probably sell that for around maybe $2,000. And that's how everyone else can have one. And that's how they would solve that problem and how it would be able to be mainstream. And now everyone can be in the Apple Vision reality. And the sad thing about this is that people will get addicted to this because of dopamine. And if you don't know what dopamine is, I did a podcast 3 episodes ago, why you're addicted to social media because of dopamine, and these big tech companies use it against you. And the same exact model is going to get you addicted because you can work in it, you can meet friends in it, you can play games in it, you can party in it, you can find love in it. You would just want more and more and more of it. You're going to get addicted to it. Just like your phone. People are addicted to their phone. And that's a handheld device. And that's not completely surrounding your vision. So imagine how addicted people are to phones already. You put on these goggles, how much worse and addicting it will be. You see people walking around with their phones, head down, on their phones. Think of the same thing. Instead of the phones, they're going to have their Apple Vision Pro on, walking around in daily life. And that will be normalized. At the end of the day, it's all about control. They want to control you. They want to brainwash you. They want to keep you distracted from everything else that's happening in this society. While you're in the virtual reality, living a false life, a false reality, being whatever you want, in the real world, people will be controlling everything around you. And you would never know what's going on because you're too busy being in a fake reality. And nowadays, the sad part is people are okay with control. So on June 1st, 2023, there's an article that nearly a third of Gen Z favors the government installing surveillance cameras in homes. That's ludicrous. People are okay with the government watching them 24/7. And they're going to use this to say that it will reduce domestic violence, abuse, and other illegal activities. At the end of the day, it's all about control. They want to control your life. They don't want you to have freedom anymore. Like I said, think of China. That's the closest place of control. And people, 1/3 of Gen Z favors this. That's scary. People are okay with the government watching them, surveilling them 24/7. There goes your freedom. And that is terrifying. If people are okay with giving up their freedom for protection and for safety, you don't deserve freedom just for safety and protection. At the end of the day, it's all about control. Like I said earlier, loneliness, social isolation is a huge problem right now in our society. There's an article on May 2nd, 2022, and the title is Prolonged Social Isolation and Loneliness Are Equivalent to Smoking 15 Cigarettes a Day. And most of these are men. And the problem is, as this gets worse and worse and worse, people would want a fake reality because they hate the real world they are in. They probably don't have a girlfriend, wife, significant other. So since they don't have one, they can get one in the fake world. And you already see it with AI right now. So there's an app called Replica, which is a AI companion app. And it has 7 million users as of 2022. And these are people that are trying to be compatible with an AI because they don't have a significant other. So they go to stuff like this, which is very sad. But this is the reality we live in right now. And it's only going to get worse. People hate the real world. They hate their life. And this is why I do podcasts like these, because people need to improve. People need to be the best version of themselves where they can have a better life in the real world, not in a fake reality world that doesn't exist. Live in planet Earth. Live your life in the real world. Takes a lot of time to get better. Takes sacrifice. You have to go through a lot. But it builds character, makes you a better human being. It's not easy. It's very hard. But nothing in life that's worth achieving is easy. Just like I said in the last podcast, if you do what is easy, you will have a hard life. If you do what is hard, you will have an easy life. But unfortunately, if people do what is easy now, they're going to have an easy life in virtual reality. And that's the unfortunate truth. And I know this Apple Vision Pro is going to be successful because you see with Apple iPhones, people are addicted. They cannot stop. Anywhere they go, anything they do, they are addicted to their phones. They cannot stop. And with this, it's going to be 10 times worse. People are just going to live in a fake reality. It's just going to get worse. Loneliness is going to get worse. Depression. Everything's just going to get worse. As technology advances, humans unfortunately don't. They start regressing. And this is just one of the cons of technology. I mean, you can use technology for good things, to educate yourself, to get better, improve yourself. Most people don't use technology for that. They use it for convenience, to escape reality, just like social media. They want to get out of the real world. That's why they go play games. They want to escape it. And with this Apple Vision Pro, they will be able to. But if you improve yourself, improve your life, you will be happy living in the real world. And that's why I push and keep pushing that people need to improve. You need to get better. Be the best version of yourself because you will be happy in the real world. You don't need some fake reality to make you happy. You have one life. Live it in the real world and create the best life you can for yourself, for your family, and for the next generation. And help improve other people's lives if you can. Because most people hate their lives. If you can help them, by all means, please do. And if they're not aware how bad this Apple Vision Pro can be and how it can ruin their life, please share this podcast with them to help them improve their real life and not live in a fake reality, which they want you to do. And the sad thing is, this metaverse, this virtual reality, is going to make them so much money. And we all know it's about money and control. And we all know this is how they get wealthier. We buy their products just to make us less happier. So go out there, be the best version of yourself, improve your life, and live in a better reality for yourself. I appreciate you guys. This is podcast episode. Thank you, Patreon member Blade262. If you want to be a Patreon member, the link is in the description below. If you found this podcast episode valuable, please share with other people because I know this Apple Vision Pro is going to be trendy and it's going to ruin people's lives. Thank you guys. As always, wish you the best. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to Change Your Mindset podcast. Be sure to tune in every week for a new episode. As always, change your mindset to change your life.